for you why his name is neither Jesus or Yahshua. We're gonna prove that it's neither one, and you know that just show you that people can't read. People saying, Seti, what are you doing? I'm redeeming our African history by showing the inconsistencies and contradictions of the book that tried to defile our history. I'm showing you that this is not credible information at all. You see, and so now when I notice when I use the term Jesus, a lot of people say, well, that's not even his name. His name is Yahshua. I don't know nothing about no Yahshua or no Jesus. I'm just speaking so people could, clearly know who I'm talking about. This is a fictional character, so I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be so hard on, well, what his name is. That I'm gonna let y'all finagle with that. I'm not gonna do it. You see, what am I doing here? I can read. I studied the book, and I could read. And when I go to the prophecy of the Messiah in the Bible, that his name is neither Jesus nor Yahshua. Okay? When you go to Isaiah, is Isaiah 7:14. And it says, therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son and call his name Emmanuel. Does not say Yahshua, does not say Jesus. So when people come and say, oh, his name was Yahshua, it's no Yahshua either. The prophecy says Emmanuel. It does not say Jesus or Yahshua. Okay? And so, who the hell are you following? You know, if the prophecy say his name is Emmanuel, I don't see Jesus in the Old Testament. I don't see where it says Yahshua or nothing. So if the person you following name is Yahshua, if the person you following name is Jesus, then obviously this is not the same person that is being prophesied as the Messiah in the book of Isaiah. It cannot be. And I've seen the arrogancy. Now they use this particular verse to justify and verify that Jesus is the Messiah. So they bring it up. Matthew 1:23, and it says, behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which means God is with us. Okay? God is with us. And you could go down and so they use that particular verse out of Isaiah to justify you, because that's where it came from. What, right? It's not about following. We're not here to follow. You see, we're here to understand. It ain't about no follow, about understanding. And what's clear is that these people don't read. These people don't read. You see, this is not because I'm just showing you the contradictions in the book. That's what I'm here. This is a book that has defiled African history and spirituality, have defiled African people, have taken the greatest civilizations of Africa and defiled them, made them to look wicked and things of that nature. And so we have to go in here and show that this is not a credible book. That yes, it is some truth. Yes, it is some truth, but there's a whole lot of untruth. You understand what I'm saying? That the truth is being used as cheese on the trap to get you on the trap. And then once you're on it, then of course you know what comes next. You see, you most definitely own the trap. You see, and that's what's happening here. So what I'm saying to the people that could read this short clip here is that there is no justification to call the Messiah of the Bible or the Old Testament Jesus or Yahshua. And that just show you how much these so-called Hebrew Israelites, and they don't even know what they talking about. You see what I'm saying? They don't even know. Show me where it, because it's clear that Isaiah is where you get a lot of verses on this so-called Messiah. And it said even Isaiah 8, chapter 8, verse 8, and it says, and I will sweep on into Judah, it will overflow and pass on, reaching even to the neck, and its outspread wings will feel the breath of your land, O Emmanuel. So there again, you see Isaiah use the name Emmanuel, not Yahshua, not Jesus. Nowhere do I see in the prophecies are mentioning. And so what am I doing here? I'm showing you these are the people that are trying to defile African history. And I'm showing you that most of these people is totally confused about what they believe in. And the book is totally confusing on what it's really trying to say. When you really peel back the lies and see that there's actually a glorification of Africa, but the need to bring Africa down so that they could steal our identity as the chosen people. That's clearly what it is, that Africa, Egypt, and Ethiopia are the true pinnacles of spirituality. And that these people have stolen everything from our people to create the book, but then they craft all these mythological stories to defile our people, to bring them down, saying that they were, they were practicing all type of idolatry and all these things, which are trumped up charges. These are trumped up charges. There's no truth in this. And so they don't even know who they following. Okay, so again, if anybody can find in here where it says that the Messiah would be called Yahshua, or I see Emmanuel. That's clear. That's clear. And it's obvious because Matthew went to Isaiah to use that particular prophecy as the foundation to verify that Jesus is. But again, even there, it said, matter of fact, it says, and they say that, and then come right back and say, and they named him Jesus. I'm saying, well, who told you to do that? So you don't even, you could tell, right? Yep, listen. Now I'm gonna read this real quick. This is Matthew 1, verse 22 to 25, and it says, yeah, all this took place to fulfill, listen, because they bring the prophecy up. All this took place to fulfill what the Lord has spoken by the prophet. You see, Isaiah, behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son and call his name Emmanuel. Not Yahshua, not Jesus, Emmanuel, which means God is with us. When Joseph woke from sleep, He did as the angel of the Lord commanded him. He took his wife, but knew her not until she had given birth to a son, and he called his name Jesus. Out of nowhere, he just said it did. But who told you to do that? It's nowhere in there where it says, and his name will be called Jesus. And then see, that's slick right there. So that shows you that Jesus is not Emmanuel, and Yahshua is not Emmanuel. You see what I'm saying? That's a fact. Because if he was, his name would not be Jesus. It would be Emmanuel. And if the prophecy said his name would be Emmanuel, why did you name him Jesus? That's clear. That's clear. That's clear. That's clear. What am I doing here? I'm showing you that this is a book of contradictions, lies. You see, spiritual slander on our people. And so I had to show this so our people can once again look to their own indigenous spirituality with prestige and respect and glory. We must look back to Africa and Egypt and Cush, you see, and Phoenicia. We must look back to our people with respect and prestige once again, and expose these fairy tales for what they are, fabrications and spiritual slander. I appreciate y'all, family. We're going to keep it moving this evening. Make sure you get over to my Patreon, support the general. I got some 5 for your family. And to everybody out there, if you feeling some kind of way about the information, even though I read directly from the Bible, you can leave a message down, leave a comment. Tell me how you feel. And let's get it popping, family. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Black Power.